Previously on Ratchet and Clank 2016.
Water is rising.
Ow. Ow! Oh, that's not good. That is not good. Not good, not good, not good. Okay, I hope I made that. Make this. Because this is the hard one.
Try as he might, Ratchet could not breathe.
No! Dang it.
And now back to the game based on the movie based on the game. Hello, mares and stallions, dragons and dragonesses. My name is Moon Saber, and welcome to episode 6 of our Let's Play of Ratchet and Clank 2016. In the last episode, we completely ignored all of our responsibilities and duties as a brand new fresh-faced recruit Galactic Ranger, all in an effort to go win a hoverboard competition, and also in the process get ourselves a fancy new gadget allowing us to get access to some areas we couldn't get to before. In this episode, we're gonna go ahead and get started on Operation Falling Star. Nothing else to it but to hop on in.
Where to next? There are still parts of Nebula G34 that we must investigate.
So that's where we're heading off to. So,
Ready to commence Operation Falling Star?
oh, you know it, Ratchet. Let's get started.
Captain, come in. Clank and I are in position and ready to commence Operation Falling Star.
Copy that. You're clear to move in. I'll monitor your position from here.
Alright. So we have three main things we need to do on Nebula G34. And all of them will contain items useful to improve our success in this mission.
Check out my inventory. I got the best deals in the galaxy.
You mean the inventory that you don't have? Anyway, first we have. It looks like you have 4
My
pathways you can
sensors
take.
have picked up one of Drek's prototypes outside this airlock.
It looks like there's 4 paths you can go, but honestly, you can only take 3 of them. One of them is just will loop back on itself. But for starters, let's go ahead and check out that prototype that Clank found.
Be careful out there, pal.
We have ourselves a mission with Clank. Coming out here, got some frogs. Smack to the face. We'll take care of them. So Nebula G34 is a planet that returned from Ratchet and Clank 2002. Some of the stuff we got here is different than what we're going to get now, and I'll be sure to explain that as we get to it. Starters, we got ourselves a springboard. We're going to use that over there. But if you notice, we got ourselves a door that requires a power bot, though there's no Gadgetbot power bot around here. But there is a neat little chip up there. Let's go ahead and take a look at it.
What is that?
Ooh, what is it? Let's grab it. You know, Clank, it's probably not a good
How
idea.
fortuitous. It is a Gadgetbot upgrade chip.
Oh. That's fortunate.
My upgrade should allow me to reprogram these Gadgetbots.
You know, you really need to
How
be
you doing
careful
out there,
about...
Clank?
Oh my
I
lord.
just picked up a new gadget.
Oh man, what'd you get? You know you have to share whatever you found.
I think I will save these for me. Thank you. But there is still a prototype device nearby. I will collect it for you.
Oh, fine.
But yeah, Clank, you really need to be careful about sticking stuff that you just find randomly on derelict ships. Who knows what could have been on that ship. Anyway, with this upgrade, we now have the ability to morph any gadget bots we currently hold into any other form of gadget bot we need. And this opens up some new interesting puzzles. Coming back out into the space station, we got ourselves a new version of the Gadgetbot, the Bridge Gadgetbot. The Bridge Bot works simply. You toss it near an edge, so long as there's a shining light on the other side, or chomp bars as they call it, the Gadgetbot will extend the bridge. Now, if you want to retrieve the Gadgetbot bridge, you need to retrieve it on the tail end. So you can't take it from here, you would have to take it where you placed it. Keep that in mind. Anyway, we have ourselves a blank Gadgetbot here. Let's go ahead and activate the Bridge Bot so we can toss it over here. Coming over here, we got some more frogs.
Was impressive.
Yes, good job, Clank. But also, we have some Meritanium, a new card. What do we get? The Seeker Gun. Interesting. Let's pick up this Gadgetbot. And with our new Gadgetbot, Gadgetbot Bridge, we'll go ahead and create a bridge over to this side. But as I said before, we use the Baller Gadgetbot.
My upgrade should allow me to reprogram these Gadgetbots.
But we can go ahead and pick up our Bridge Bot that we used here since we no longer need it, and change it into a Power Bot. This will allow us to open the door. And this is pretty much the crux of the puzzles that we have to deal with as Clank. So we have a power door that we need to get through, and we have two Gadgetbots. One's up above that one, the Spring Bot. Let's go ahead and use our Spring Bot to hop up here. Give me that. Give me it. Then we'll change that to a Power Bot to open the door. Now we'll grab this Spring Bot, since we no longer need it, at that position, and we can see that the next door we need to go through requires two Power Bots. What you want to do is throw this gadget, change it from a Spring Bot to a Power Bot, throw it at that door. This will keep the door open when you go over and collect the first Power Bot. Once that's in here, we'll just grab this second bot, since we no longer need to have that door open, and have both of them stand at the door. Come through here,
There they are.
and we get
Come in, Ratchet. I just located a pair of Magna boots. Returning to your position now.
Awesome. I always wanted a pair of Magna boots. Good work, pal. See you in a bit.
How would you know you want a pair of Magnet boots if these were working prototypes up? But yep, we got a pair of Magnet boots. We also have a light bridge that extends back to the entrance of this area, allowing us a quick return. Magnet boots allow Ratchet to walk along any metallic surfaces. How will that be useful?
Too puny to wear the Magna boots himself, Clank returned them to Ratchet.
There we go.
Ratchet, what's your status on Operation Falling Star?
We got a little distracted. We're on it.
Yeah, we're gonna keep getting distracted because I'm not done. So Operation Falling Star is through this door.
Perhaps the trespasser will be useful here.
Thank you, Clank. Jeez, I don't need to talk about the game. The game does it for me. You need the trespasser to get through here, which is why we had to go to Real Guard. I'm gonna once again ignore that and go on to this, where we can take this shuttle.
According to my database, we are headed to a shuttle designed for transporting Drek's high-value experiments.
Well, I'll give him this. He stays busy. Let's go see what he's been making.
Over to a Blarg warship.
Intruder.
And we got some combat coming up. This will be a good time to test out the pixelizer. So the pixelizer works like a shotgun. But it also has a nice little effect that it turns everything into 8-bit. Oh. Pop. It's a pretty nice feature, and it's not a bad gun. Oh, that's not all I got.
Ain't she a beaut?
What's that?
Lock on, Irish Citic payload.
Ooh.
Why do the warbots get all the good weapons?
Supposedly, the doc is building a few for the mercenaries.
Yeah, I'll believe that when I see it. Guy's a total whack job. And if you ask me, the chairman trusts him too much. I hear he even let the doc choose which planets we destroy. Can you imagine? Chairman Drek taking orders from a former galactic ranger?
What? Story. Ooh. The lore deepens. Wonder what they could be talking about. Anyway, let's head on over here and hey, what's up? So before you go over there, come back over here. Break these open. Smash that. Yeah, that'll speed up all of it. Over here, a new weapon, the Predator Launcher. Now the Predator Launcher is, let's go pick it up.
Unauthorized weapon removal detected. Self-destruct sequence initiated.
Oh, come on.
Ratchet, we must keep moving.
So the Predator Launcher, you hold down the R2 button to lock onto multiple targets and queue up multiple missiles. Then let go and fire them all at your target.
Ship will self-destruct in 20 seconds.
Come on.
Ship will self-destruct in 10.
And out of here. So the Predator Launcher did not appear in the original Ratchet and Clank, but it did appear in another Ratchet and Clank game. Ratchet and Clank Tools of Destruction, I believe is the name. Yes, Tools of Destruction. It's a good missile launcher. Got some Raritanium. Let's see what to upgrade. Yeah, this will be fine. Mr. Zircon could use some more upgrades. There we go. Hyperbolic optics. Improved scanners allow Zircon to identify and fire on targets from even further away. Nice. We have our Pixelizer, which has ammo, overclock tweak, area of effect, and range. Our new Predator Launcher, which has targeting cone, lock speed, and ammo. And then the Proton Drone. Consider. Yeah. I won't say no to more ammo to the Combustor. Try to get down there to get some rate of fire as well. Alright, so with a Predator Launcher and Clank's upgrade, let's go ahead and start Operation Falling Star. So this is going to introduce blockers. So on each grid, you may have these little nubs, and they're kind of hard to see, but if you look directly to the right of the laser that I'm moving, you can see it. These nubs act as blockers, blocking laser direction from passing through. Like so. And So we're now gonna have to deal with puzzles where we're gonna have to figure out a way to maneuver the lasers and the blockers so we're able to hit all the lasers. That's the answer to this puzzle. We get our bolts, and we're moving on.
Attention scientists! Chairman Craig! Here, I just wanted to thank you for all of your hard work these last few months. I may be your leader, but I am nothing without the tenacious Blarg here at this facility. The weapons you're creating will help mark the beginning of a glorious new era for our time.
Alright. Anyway, we want to keep going here. We got more toads to deal with. The Pixelizer will make some good work out. Another new gun. What do we get? The Splitting Hydra. Interesting.
When I signed up for this job, they told me there'd be travel. I thought I'd get to explore the cosmos and invade thriving civilizations. Look at me, posted at the biggest nerd farm in the universe.
Yeah.
Anyways, enough belly aching. Let's go feed that thing in the restricted area. What do the nerds call it? Oh yeah, 857B Echo.
Don't know, I have no idea what that's supposed to mean. Sorry about that, man. I know you're just trying to do your 9 to 5, but I need to get moving, and you are gonna attack. Alright, so we got 2 buttons here. Hit the first one, and then the second one. Nothing too hard.
All available units, go to Research Station 5. The creatures have reached the evacuation system and I need backup.
Sorry about that. Anyway, the path we need to go to is on the left. But let's go ahead and use our trespasser to do a slightly more difficult puzzle. And I say slightly because it's really not that
Doing
hard.
great, Ratchet. Keep going. I'll be with you every step of the... Oh, come on! He was out of bounds! Open your eyes, ref!
Right, of course you are, Report. Of course you are. Anyway, unlocking that gets us a Rhino card. This one is the Rhino 3. The Rhino 3. To be honest, I consider that to be like the worst Rhino. Well, yeah, it's pretty bad. Maybe not the absolute worst, but it's pretty bad. Anyway, you hop over back here, and there's a card pack, which has Skid McMark, Viridia. Nice. Just gonna hop over here. And now you want to hop up here.
Hey!
Have a little fight going on over here. And the fight's over. Come into here.
What is all this?
It appears Chairman Drek has been growing his own army.
Oh, super. That's fun. We have 2 new units here, and we need to hit the buttons under them to open the way forward.
Test pod deactivated.
Yep, going to open both of them now. One of them is a range fighter, will shoot poison blobs at you. The other one's a melee fighter, it just comes at you and tries to fight your head. Pixelizer, Pyrositter, any close range weapon, or just straight shots with the fusion glove or combustor will make some good work out. Don't forget you have the Groovatron and the Zircon and Proton Drum to provide area
This
denial.
is just a reminder that all projects, files, and experiments are the property of Drek Industries. However, I welcome all feedback. Should you disagree with this policy, feel free to voice your concerns to one of the armed murderous warbots currently patrolling the hallways. For your safety.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean not to discourage anything. Hey, it's Big Al. For Kerwan. I like it. I like getting more of the planet cards rather than the weapon cards. And level up the pixelizer.
Subjects have escaped. Every blog for him or herself.
Hey buddy, how's it going? Alright. Gonna need Mr. Zircon.
Captain,
Let's throw down the Groovatron.
it looks like Drek has been experimenting on creatures.
Ha! It'll take more than a few bugs to scare off Captain Quark. Unless there are spiders. Are there spiders? No, I'll never get comfortable in this bed. Mission control, where, I'm monitoring you from.
Nope. Mr. Zircon.
We're all clear.
There we go. Another new card. I'm liking these new cards. The Zircon family. That would be for the Mr. Zircon. Yep, Zircon family. Also, the Secret Gun and the Spitting Hydra were the cards for the Predator launcher. That's why I didn't make mention of them, because that would have been a bit of a spoiler. Anyway, like before, hit the 2 buttons and you'll move on to the next part of the level. But I want to go ahead and hop up here. And inside one of these,
Mr. Zircon cannot wait to kill you.
you'll find a hidden cave with a gold bolt. And then over here, there's some raritanium hidden behind those crates. Stuff to collect. Hit the button. And hit it again.
Zircon is bored.
Well, you go ahead and shoot these guys, Mr. Zircon. And then make them dance.
I recently learned that a few of you have been sneaking into our restricted area to feed subject 857B Echo. This is a friendly reminder that 857B Echo is not a pet. And should you be caught feeding it, its next meal will be you.
So we have a button that's far out of our reach.
It appears that button on the central shaft will disable the force field.
Oh my lord, Clank, stop spoiling stuff. Anyway, just throw your Omni Wrench by holding the L2 button and hitting square, and you'll be able to hit it without using ammo. Predator launcher. And yes, the Predator launcher can have multiple rockets target the same enemy. So do keep that in mind. More Groovatron, you know? Ow. We clear? Yeah, we're clear. Anyway, we have a vendor here.
Shaman personality that keeps you coming back, ain't it?
Well, that and you have and you sell me weapons, ammo, health, and upgrade my guns. So beggars can't be choosers. Let's see. Yeah, there's our next. That's an upgrade for the pixelizer. So Groovatron, we can upgrade the vulnerability, which makes dancing enemies take more damage. Also, its area of effect, useful. And this gets nesting balls. Backup Groovatrons are stacked inside each other to enable even more ammo to be carried. Nice. Let's go ahead and give the pixelizer a bit more range. I do like range on my close-range weapons to make them not as close range. Let's go ahead and unlock this wall with the Trespasser. Now you're going to start to see that they're going to start doing stuff like this. Yeah, for this one, the two need to go down here and these two need to go. Simple. And once you're all set, ready to go, head on into here.
Attention intruder. You have entered the testing facility for a Blargian Snagglebeast.
What?
Chairman along with Drek thanks you for your sacrifice.
Oh boy, that's not good.
Captain, did you know Drek's secret project was a Blargian Snagglebeast?
It is. I wonder why it wasn't in any of my intel. I was expecting something much less lethal. Don't worry. Just relax and remember what I taught you.
What did you teach me? Captain? Oh boy.
Yep, here's a Blargian Snagglebeast, our first boss of the game. But, like with most bosses in the Ratchet and Clank games, the way to defeat it is pretty simple. It mostly involves shooting it until it dies. The Blargian Snagglebeast's attacks, it will pound the ground and shoot lava at your current location. It'll also charge at you and try to give you a smack. Now there is ammo around the battlefield if you are running low. Don't forget, you have a Groovatron, which will cause it to start dancing. You have the Proton Drum to give some more consistent damage. You have Mr. Zircon to keep smacking. Oop. You also have a brand new Predator launcher, which does some good damage too. Especially if you put some upgrades into it. Let's drop down the Groovatron and Mr. Zircon combo. Oh, it fell in the lava.
I lost control of the subject.
So when it gets to a certain point of health, it'll hang up on the ceiling and spawn some enemies. Drop another Mr. Zirk. And drop the Proton Drum. Next wave, it'll start adding this flame attack that'll spread around, which all you have to do is just jump over it and you should be good to go. I'm in the middle of a fight here. Tesla spikes, okay. Thank you very much. Yeah, let's do that. Bust out the pixelizer. Get some nice consistent damage onto it. Like this boss really isn't that challenging, to be perfectly honest, even on harder difficulties. Just so long as you're managing your ammo correctly, doing stuff like this. Definitely, if you're in a pickle, there's nothing wrong with throwing out a Groovatron. Oh boy, I just got run over.
Subject appears to have a fondness for falling into lava. Jim, let's boost the neurotransmitters and see if we can add a few IQ points to this dimwit.
Wow. So now it has, once again, it's hanging on the ceiling now. And this time we got some more stronger enemies to deal with. Let's pop out Mr. Zircon. Use the Pyro Sitter to help clear out. Zircon ammo. Still got more of this. And this. And let's just shoot a combustor. Can't hit me. Can't hit me.
Out of ammo.
Yeah, you think that, but I still got plenty. And it's dead. Well, so much for that.
I yield! I yield! Please, don't hurt me!
Tell us what. Tell us what you. Hang on.
Tell us what you know about Drek's plan.
Whoa. Thanks. Yeah, what he said.
I can give you this info bot.
You watch this one, pal. I'm just gonna take 5.
Oh, come on, Ratchet. It wasn't that bad.
Greetings, Blarg imbeciles. If you're watching this infobot, you've been selected for the beta trial of my latest invention, the XK-81 jetpack! Though initial testing had a few small setbacks, I'm happy to report that I worked out all of the kinks. Now you can use your XK-81 jetpack to traverse the sky, giving you an advantage over those morons on the ground. The XK-81 jetpack. Come pick yours up at our base on Gaspar.
Dr. Nefarious is not responsible for death, dismemberment, or irreparable injury to your central nervous system.
Captain, it's Ratchet. We just defeated the Snaggle Beast and found out what Drek is up to.
You did? But that's impressive.
Okay. So Dr. Nefarious in this game. I'm not a huge fan of what they did here, to be perfectly honest. This was a move I think should not have happened, especially if they were trying to tote this as the reboot to Ratchet and Clank's origin. Because for those who don't know, Dr. Nefarious did not appear until the 3rd game, Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal. Now, I can understand why they chose to bring him back for the reboot. But as you'll see later in this playthrough, just what he does just really kind of sours it for those who grew up playing the first one back in 2002. Anyway, ammo here does respawn after a bit of time. You can use this to restock on your ammo supply. Saves you some bullets from going to the vendor. But you go through this door. You come to this room where there's a whole lot more crates, including some ammo crates and a card pack. Sewers and something else. What was that other? Oh, the Groovatron glove. This one, yeah, the Kraken Time version. Yeah, the Groovatron's been around for a while. Anyway, here's a shuttle that'll take you back to the station hub.
Hey, I bet the Rangers could use jetpacks. Should we head to Gaspar and see if we can get some?
I've always wanted one of those. If you can get one, ours can build a few more for the Rangers. I hereby assign you the not at all deadly mission of acquiring one jetpack. Captain Court must fly like a bird.
And this is what I mean by one of the entrances looping back on itself, because we end up right back here. But, yep, that's all of the missions here at Nebula G34. Oh, thank you for the ammo. So, compared to how it was in 2002, we hit pretty much the same points as we did, but the items we got were a bit different. For example, we got a different kind of boots than the magnet boots here, and they were not outside. In fact, I believe outside there was the Hydro Displacer? Yeah, I believe the Hydro Displacer actually shows up on this planet. But yeah, we get a different pair of boots here, not the magnet boots, but another kind, which do turn up later in the game, so I won't spoil those. We did get a weapon in the ship, but it was different than the Predator launcher. But other than that, pretty much covers everything. We don't really need to go back here anymore. So yep, next time, I think that'll about do it for this episode. Next time on Ratchet and Clank 2016, we will be heading off to Planet Jaspar, who probably has the biggest change compared to its 2002 version. So, don't forget to leave a like, favorite, and subscribe if you enjoyed the content. If you don't, I totally understand. I know I suck. This is Moonsaber, signing off. Take care, and bye-bye. Yes, Ratchet, it looks cool.